Hopefully there's a good reason, but I think in general he just feels a little bit underwhelming right now. A big part of that is sort of an inability to flash farm. We're seeing so many of the prioritized heroes at the moment in general are just able to put together farm even when the game is stalled and locked out. You know, Shadow Fiend, Storm Spirit, even your Jug and Troll, etc. just blitz through the jungle, absolutely no problem. And that's something that Lifestealer doesn't really keep up to the same degree.
"30 seconds to battle." The battle begins.
Yeah, so NEWBEE already placing down the lane ward to give them some potential glimpses against iceiceice, just to keep some pressure down on him, so I think definitely the right play starting at this lane. NEWBEE, interestingly enough, going to put two heroes mid, at least to begin with, to try and secure SF some souls, but this is going to be a really tough lane anyway. Vengeful Spirit, not the best dual lane support, to be honest. Yeah.
Not for you.
And FY even getting up and gets the dual stack going already, so they're banking up some farm, and this is looking like a pretty good game so far for the Tiny Wisp. Maybe a little bit too early to say, but I don't see them encountering too many problems, especially because NEWBEE have grabbed this Disruptor. Not the greatest ganking support. Sunshine probably can't move around too much in the early game, and that's where Tiny Wisp are just going to be really comfortable taking full advantage of the mid lane and the jungle.
That feels better.
Come from, right?
Yeah, I think he could have manned up a little bit harder, but it's also tough to know. If Banana had been just a little bit further away, then yeah, I think he dies without getting any trade whatsoever, but yeah, it works out nicely for NEWBEE. Oh yeah. Yeah. So it's just escaping, but also making a little bit of space there. Gets the rotation out of Moo and Banana. And this is just, I mean, this is classic iceiceice, right? He pushes the limits as hard as he possibly can on pretty much every single hero in the offlane. So should come as no surprise. So, yeah, it's a real pain. He still gets it though. That was pretty nice from him. It can be very, very, very difficult. Yeah, it's like left sitting with a very much worse Necrophos almost at attack time. But, so for yeah, so for Rabbit, looks like it's going to be a Midas game. I think no matter the approach that NEWBEE takes to the game here, it's probably the right call. If they're going to be, say, picking up a mech first item on SF and going aggressive, then I think he wants the Midas to be able to keep up on levels, because they'll be 5-manning quite a bit. Or if they take a Moo once again mid. Yeah.
Set him.
Especially with a lot of the heroes that we see run mid at the moment, they're all just really... a lot of them are really vulnerable to ganks, but offlaners have become so good at scouting supports at all times that ganking them becomes difficult, but when you've got Tiny Wisp, you can just kill them outright, and they may have gone a little bit too far this time.
Double kill.
Well said.
He's still in fog. He's found the patch of fog. Oh,
Radiant's
the
top
courier's
tower
gonna
is
find
under
him.
attack.
Uh-oh. He's bottling up? Nah, never mind.
No, take that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah. As comedic as that was, I think that was still a huge win for NEWBEE, especially for the Clockwork. June's already level
Dire's
7
top tower
at this
is
relatively
under
early
attack.
stage of the game, and that means that he can start getting active early and start moving around. And Clockwork, I mean, he was probably going to do quite well anyway, given that it was a dual lane mid, so he's only up against the solo support on top, and Lion can't really pressure him all that much. But now that June's got 3 kills, it's really opened up the map for him, and he can apply a lot of pressure from this point forward. Yeah.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's a nice item, but I feel like this game you're aiming on having the Lion and the Storm lead a lot, and in that sense I think it's more of Super's responsibility just to get the best farming items that he can, so just get his Quelling Blade and his Ags really quickly, and then just have the relocates bring him to the kills. But I think the Blink approach is also really valid. We'll see what he does. Ow. And yeah, there you go, it is going to be the Blink. Nope.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
What'd I miss?
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
At least NEWBEE gets something out of that. There would have been they got so close to killing Hao, but unfortunately, like you said, just couldn't quite finish it off. I think the hook would have done it, but it's a tough call to make, especially since they had to coordinate that perfectly with the stun, bounce him with the cogs, and do a little bit of extra damage on top of that.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, I wonder if NEWBEE kind of need to abandon the idea of going for any sort of early group up and push. The SF is a little bit behind. June does almost have a mech, so the fact that he's been doing so well might be able to keep them grouped up and keep them being able to make plays, but I feel like that was the initial game plan. Vici, not nearly as strong if you're able to group up as 5 and go from objective to objective, but if you're split up, then you're just going to continuously get picked off, and yeah, it looks like NEWBEE are going to try and group a little bit.
Stay dead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and FY can actually just TP back to base and relocate Tiny out if a fight breaks out, so NEWBEE have to be really aware of that. I'm sure they're keeping track of the relocate cooldown as best they can, so yeah, they're probably also aware of that fact and just not going to risk engaging too deep on this mid lane. Go for your super old school Blink Orchid Life Stealer. I haven't seen it in a very long time, but you can build anything. Yeah. X.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah, they're not really in position. Looks like the call is going to be to continue the smoke gank and
Radiant's
see if they can get that
bottom
up top.
tower
And do
is
the Static
under
Storm back up again. Jun's been
Dire's
playing
top tower
so
is
well
under
so
attack.
far this game. Yep, making some 8K MMR plays, that's for sure. But
Dire's middle tower
I'm not actually
is
sure
under
at all.
attack.
The other thing, talking about team dynamics that I was looking at this game is the last Vici game that FY getting jumped mid.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Looking for me?
That glimpse is so unfortunate. Super jumped in, dropped the combo, and then got glimpsed right back to safety. So, that was... yeah. But, oh yeah, but so going back to the thought, the last game I actually saw Vici play, they had How in the drafting seat, but looks like that may have just been a one-off, since I think FY was actually back and drafting this game. But it'd be interesting to see and keep an eye on if they're willing to switch it up.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Touché.
Radiant's top tower has been denied.
Double damage.
Yeah, I do think there's a lot of value in having two potential drafting styles on your team. If you have somebody with different priorities but still an equally solid draft, then, you know, in a big series, in a best of 5 or something like that, if you feel like it's not going well with the one captain, you can switch it around and throw a little bit of a curveball that way. But yeah, I totally agree. I think FY's been doing a really solid job so far.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, they just have to keep spotting these ganks coming. And NEWBEE kind of, I think, doing the right thing as well in staying as grouped up as they can, more or less. They're taking advantage of their ancients, they're using the little bit of their jungle that's sort of still safe over in the west, and other than that, not really showing on the map too much, just so they can continue to get some farm. Moo, despite a really rough start to this game, has his BKB now, so he's a little bit more ready to be able to take some fights. But the big question, I think, for me is still this lifestealer. He's #1 on net worth, he's got lots of farm, but we just haven't seen him yet. 0-0-1 is the score so far for Rabbit, and you expressed concerns about him getting kited around and whatnot this game, and I think that's really valid. He's farmed, but haven't seen much of an impact, so we'll see if these upcoming fights can do anything for that.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, at the moment it's a bit tough. I think he will just probably end up going for the Abyssal Blade, and then he can buy his own Blink Dagger later on as well if he keeps up the farm rate, and then he's more than ready to potentially, you know, Blink jump in on top of the storm or something along those lines. And that may just be the way that Rabbit needs to play this game moving forward.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Not enough pressure really for NEWBEE to actually secure this tower, and Vici see no potential trades, so more than willing to just come up here and hold this off.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
This match is actually a little bit weird to talk about in terms of things going late. Lifestealer bomb. Yeah, so going back to that thought about, you know, talking about the late game for this match, I feel like I do just favor Vici somewhat outright, honestly. It feels like just the ability to split push relatively unpunished. Potentially the Disruptor can give you a hard time, but between the Tiny Wisp and the Storm Spirit, I feel like Vici just have so much pressure on the map and can really keep NEWBEE back. And NEWBEE need to 5-man to really push, unfortunately. So I think Vici definitely have the edge.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
spirit.
Yeah, but
Dire's
still,
bottom
nice little gank
tower
from
is
NEWBEE.
under
Good
attack.
reminder to Vici that they can still find them on the map, can still punish them. At least Super now starting to pick up the pace on farm with his Aghanim Scepter. Honestly, once Tiny has this item, I don't think you really need to worry about him for the rest of the game. He's going to be able to keep up the pace. They've got their Blink Dagger on Fenrir, which was just scouted if NEWBEE were paying a lot of attention by the Rocket Flare, and also the Sword, which he's now getting rid of. So they've got another way for somebody to move around the map and potentially set up kills, and NEWBEE just doing their absolute best to keep their side of the map dark. You look at all of these sentry wards over in their jungle, they want to make sure that they can farm this without somebody randomly getting relocated or zipped on by the Storm Spirit. So that's something that NEWBEE, I think, are doing really well here, and obviously gems in order for both teams probably this game, though I would say in particular for NEWBEE. Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Roshan has fallen to the Radiant. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has been denied. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And they get that tier 2 tower on bottom lane as well, so that's just even further that they can push that in and make the lane control game difficult for NEWBEE. I was about to say, well, NEWBEE now needs to play this really well, get the lanes out as far as they can, and to be able to make any kind of play with the Aegis, but it's already gone, so it looks like we're back just to sort of sitting around and grabbing some more farm. I think one thing to look at the moment is if either team has really any smokes left. NEWBEE don't have any for a while, about 8 minutes on theirs, and for Vici Gaming, none in inventories, but they do have 2 in stock, so there's some smoke opportunities there for them, but they don't really need it so much with the amount of mobility that they've got on their lineup right now.
Over here now. Dominating.
Nowhere safe. that's just all what this Vici Gaming lineup is about. Yeah. Yeah, or even just getting orchided as Storm zips in. There's very little that he can do against that either, so...
Let the fun begin! No whining! Oh!
And NEWBEE even have some vision, but it just doesn't really count for a whole lot at the moment, unfortunately. There's so many angles for Vici Gaming to attack, and once again, catching them is so hard. They're gonna jump in now. Yeah, they need this Abyssal Blade really badly. Fortunately, Rabbit is somewhat close, so he is going to have it pretty soon, but Storm's just so mobile that he's going to be able to... So long as he knows that the Lifestealer has it, he can just stay far enough away that he never gets hit by it and locked down. But what else? So Vision map goes a little bit dark for Vici, so NEWBEE once again still doing a really good job with these D wards, though it is leaving the supports a little bit worse for wear on items. We've got 2 bracers and a wand for poor Sansheng. Yeah. So if they lose that instantly, then that's... I don't want to call that GG, but that's pretty... That would be pretty disastrous for them. So gotta implement some kind of buddy system, keep this gem as safe as they possibly can. I mean, that fight didn't even go that well for Vici because they lost their Phoenix right at the very start without him getting really anything off, so... I was questioning a little bit whether or not Vici could just go charging into a 5-on-5 like that, but well, it turns out they definitely can at the moment. So despite it not seeming like much of a net worth lead, they're still just their ability to kind of kite the Lifestealer around is what's really paying dividends for them. And Rabbit not actually going to finish up the Abyssal Blade, goes into a BKB here, so Rage, BKB, Rage. It just needs to hope that he can get on top of his targets and stay there. It's just not happening.
Do it with flair.
Pudding pop!
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under
And you would
attack.
think Lifesteal is decent at man fighting, but Tiny just doesn't care. Just totally clubs him down. No problem, even for all the Lifestealer's items right now. And Vici just going in.
Whoa, what'd I miss? Here I am.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Here I Touché!
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Haste!
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Oh man, so he relocated out. He didn't relocate anyone with him,
Dire's
so
top
kind of
tower
goofed.
is under attack.
Ghost Sceptered as he went back in and then tethered towards his creep wave. Sansheng unfortunately mistimes it and just glimpses him back to the fountain because he was trying to cancel the TP there.
Glorious!
I don't actually know if they had anything else in range to cancel. The SF may have been able to... The SF probably could have blinked and used him, but just a little bit of panic there from Sansheng, unfortunately. So not going to grab that kill, and Vici just... Once again... Yeah. Doesn't matter. Yeah, it's just full throttle from Vici. They're just running at NEWBEE at every opportunity. They decided, look, we've got the items that we need to end this game, let's just go do it.
Zip!
Seeding is somewhat important though, so NEWBEE still definitely want the 3-0 to come out of the group in first place. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, even if NEWBEE managed to take a favorable fight, say, you know, lose 3 and get 5, they don't even push all that impressively fast. There's no AC, and they, you know, right-click decently with the Lifestealer and the SF, but that's just good physical damage. And it almost doesn't matter which heroes are alive on Vici Gaming; they can split push. You know, Phoenix not too bad at clearing waves. The Storm Spirit definitely going to be a problem, and at this stage, the Storm Spirit can even be cutting creep waves. If he's alive, so I feel like NEWBEE just never gonna get out of their side of the map, even if they're winning fights.
Roshan has fallen to the damage.
Yeah, and if Super is
Radiant's
even
top
actually
tower
afraid
is
of
under
having to
attack.
manfight the Lifestealer, he could still just go into Butterfly as his next item, and I think that would give
Radiant's
Rabbit
top
a very,
tower
very
has
hard
fallen.
time. Not to mention the fact that Tiny with his AT has already got 29 armor to work with against the lifestealer's exclusively physical damage. So, yeah, Vici just gonna club some buildings, it seems.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
They're down.
Let the fun begin!
Strange game. Yeah.